New on SportsCenter, Erik Spoelstra at the podium post-game one.
From your team, what sort of 180 the game at that moment?
Games are long, so it's not like there's any kind of speech or anything at halftime. There was actually not a whole lot to be said. Our guys knew. We're playing against a very good basketball team, and in the first half, we had 11 turnovers and they had 40 in the paint. I can't say that that's just all us. I mean, that's what they're capable of doing if we're not really on top of our game. We were fortunate that we were only down 9. I mean, they were about to break it open to 15 or more a couple times in that second quarter. We were able to hang on and battle and keep that thing under 10. I think that was really important. So at least we came in to halftime feeling that we could play a lot better. And the game was still, right there. And we've been in a lot of these situations where we've had to battle back from deficits even on the road. So we just started to chip away at it and finally, got the lead and were able to take control from there.
So just like game one of the Knicks, it was 40 in the paint in the first half and then around 20 in the second half. What do you guys keep adjusting at halftime to clean that up?
Just mentality. I mean, this is what we're trying. This is who we try to be. But look, when I say it's easier said than done, it's easier said than done. They've got offensive firepower. They got spacing. They have guys that'll break down your defense and collapse the defense. And the turnovers definitely didn't help. So we just shored up a little bit of stuff on both ends of the court, and you have to compete a full 48 minutes, and we're able to do that.
How much did Jimmy take control there of the game in the second half? Not only with the scoring,
yeah,
but the kickouts, the steals, just
all of it. Yeah, that's well said. Right, as one of the premier, if not the premier, two-way basketball players on this in this association. That's what we needed. We needed him to make some plays defensively. We needed him to also just be ball containment defensively. On the ball, off the ball, all that stuff. Settled us offensively. That's a big part of us. Not turning the ball over is just having a place where you can throw the ball and get a little bit more settled. I think even the 11 turnovers in the first half is a little bit uncharacteristic for us. We were a little bit disjointed offensively in the first half. But I think also you have to credit them. They got us out of our normal stuff, even though we were able to score 57. And then, down the stretch, Jimmy was able to just do everything that we needed, as a scorer or as a facilitator, and he's willing to do both.
Coach, having said that,
On the other side, here's head coach Joe Mazzulla in a losing effort.
Lost our offensive purpose, lost our game plan discipline, allowed them to get out in transition, get second chance shots, didn't guard the three-point line.
This is your fourth home loss. I know I asked you that question in practice yesterday, but again, you're 500 at home. How does that keep happening?
I don't think that has anything to do with the fact that we won 3 out of the 4 quarters. We got away from who we are in the third quarter, whether it's home or away. It's the details, it's the margins, it's the little things. We've shown we can do it both home and away, and I don't think that matters as much as what our mindset is during certain stretches.
When it's going like that, I mean, you gave up 46 points in that third. Obviously, if you knew how to stop it, you would have stopped it. But I mean, that's where along the way could it have been stopped where it wasn't?
Get better shots, don't turn it over, and don't foul, and don't give up offensive rebounds, and don't give up threes.
You spoke at practice about needing to dial back into that urgency from the last few games of the Philadelphia series. How did you think your team adjusted to a totally different type of series in this Miami matchup?
I thought the first half was good. And I thought we just let go of the rope in the third quarter, lost that sense of urgency. Adjusting to the fact that we played harder than them in the first half and they played harder than us in the second half, third quarter.
They shot higher than 50% from 3. Was that them hitting shots? Did you see something in terms of getting out on them?
That kind of goes back to some of our game plan execution as far as taking away certain personnel. Lowry hit one in transition, which he's great at. Love hit one in transition, which he hunts. We lost sight of Struce a couple times. He hit a deep one. So I think it's just more about personnel tendencies, game plan, execution.
And evaluation of the fourth quarter execution down the stretch, what do you see there on the
It
offensive
was
side?
much better than our third quarter defensive execution.
Joe, you called the timeout, I think, after a stop with 3.5 minutes left in the game. What were you telling the team you were looking for, and how come you think you guys turned it over like several times after that?
Just our spacing. Use it or lose it. Had 3, used one before 3. Got to our spacing. Floor wasn't balanced, and they were able to shift off of us.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe